Well, there we go. I said we would look for rhino, and rhino we have found without even moving too far down the road. Looks like the young male from this area. We do see him quite often. The wind's quite blustery today, so he's a little bit nervous. If we sit quietly and I keep talking, and I know you can hear my voice, and that's what I'm doing, just trying to make sure he knows that we're not up to any nonsense. Hey, boy. He's been having a lovely day out in the mud. Now, probably heading towards the forest for a bit of a browse. Lucas is wondering, do rhinos primarily go around? You can get them in groups, but generally that'll be a female and offspring. I have seen up to 5 or 6 black rhino in a group together, but most of the time you see them, they are on their own. Oh, he's coming closer to us. That's a good boy. So the history of black rhinos started or rhinos in general, both rhino species, in the Eocene about 50 million years ago, alongside most other ungulates. Oh, I can't speak today. Now, the close sort of relatives that came before black and white rhino were last seen about 10 million years ago, according to fossils. And the black and white rhino come from the same ancestral species, so they evolved from the same species. And of course, incredible how a group of them adapted to browsing and another group adapted to grazing. So it took quite a while, about 4 or 5 million years, before there was a complete diversion between black and white rhinos. It is incredible how you can trace their history through the different fossil finds. Now, Ben is wondering, why is a rhino's ears usually tattered? Well, in a lot of cases these days, you'll notice that all the rhino's ears are tattered, and those are actually ear notches. Those are identifying notches that are cut into the ears by vets. So field rangers are able to identify the individual rhino and make sure and keep an eye on it. Oh, there's yellow-billed oxpeckers on him as well. Now, the longest ever recorded black rhino horn is 1.5 meters, so about 4.9 feet in length. This one's got a lot to go. The average size is about 20 inches long. Now, black rhinos sometimes develop a small third horn as well that is completely useless. It sort of just sits at the back. But their main front horn is the one they use for fighting, and they have been known to use it to dig up roots or break branches so they can feed off it. Hi, Lily, who's 6 years old. Nice to have you with us, Lily. Lily would like to know, is the black rhino more likely to charge vehicles than the white rhino because they can't see very well and they get scared? Well, yes, most of the time black rhino do charge vehicles more often than white rhino, but normally you can shout at them and tell them they're naughty rhino and that they'll stop. However, if a white rhino actually decides to charge, there's very, very little shouting or anything you can do to turn a white rhino. But the black rhino, you can normally turn their charge, but yes, they're a little bit more grumpy and they tend to chase things more often than the white rhino. Okay, well, he's given us such a nice sighting. We'll leave him in peace and continue on our adventures. While we do that, let's go see what Taylor's up to.